Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Blue Couch Conversation. This week we have Joseph from InMotion Pro. Please come have a seat. Welcome. How are you?
What's up, TJ?
Get comfy.
All right.
So, there you go. InMotion Photo and Cinema. How did it all start? What gave you that, I'm going to start a business?
Well, so I actually was always the kid with the camera, with doing video back in high school. And one time an opportunity came up to shoot video for a wedding that I've never done before. But my brother told me, hey, my wife's best friend's getting married. Can you shoot her wedding? Since you're pretty savvy with the camera. I was like, sure. So this is my first wedding. This is 2002.
Okay.
I had no idea what I was doing. I show up, it's Saturday, and I go, I'm here for so-and-so's wedding. And they're like, no, there's no wedding. Oh. I was like, oh, okay, are you sure? Like, yeah, no, I'm pretty sure. So I gave them the name again, and they looked it up. It was the next day. And
at least your date early.
So we kind of learned our lesson like early on that maybe some writing would be better. So we started making contracts, and so 2003 is when we actually got started. But yeah, so I did the first job, and we saw like very little money, but we said I think there's something good here, because they were just super ecstatic about the final product, and I guess it kind of got me excited to continue to do more. I ended up getting an opportunity to do photography later on for a photographer in town, and then so I went ahead and added, not long later, photography to the business.
Okay, so it started with video.
Started with video for about 2 years.
Grew into something greater.
Quinceañeras, weddings, anything that would, whoever gave me a phone call,
right.
I would shoot your event.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah, and then it switched to video.
Nice. So as you grew, and I mean, we've done plenty of events with you guys, what has your fairy godmother experience been like?
So we've worked with fairy godmother quite a bit, and I remember, I can't remember if it was, I think it was 2012, there was a couple, Kimmy and Grant, we show up to the wedding, and I want to say it was Walker Lewis that was in charge of bringing all the glassware and the plates and all that stuff, and they just had it all kind of piled up because that wasn't their job to like spread it out. So Colleen shows up, and it's like, oh, this is not laid out, and this is not Walker Lewis's job, nor is it ours, but Walker Lewis has been gone. And so they literally came to do, and in like seconds, they had them all laid out on all the tables, and the bride didn't even know about it. She didn't know that you were supposed to like, coordinate who's gonna set out the plate. It doesn't just happen. Well, fairy godmother made it happen. So that was kind of interesting. I was panicking, just kind of seeing them, how fast
outside
they were working.
Looking in.
Yeah, so that was one of the moments that kind of stood out. And then obviously the a big one was Alex and Eric, which was I think a 2014 or 15 wedding that we did. That one was Alex and Eric was at Elements Venue.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
And that one, we decided to do like a first look, non-first look, and we, I think, ended up kind of coining saying, I shouldn't say coining, but the name First Touch came about, and we're like, oh, we'll do a first look, but they won't see each other, so it'll be a first touch. And this is back years ago, and it became popular shortly after, but yeah, Colleen and I and her team and our team, we all kind of, made arrangements to where they didn't see each other, and they had to go down some steps like backward, just so they didn't see each other, and they did the first touch, and it was super cute, and a lot of people were crying. So I remember that was like another, pivotal point. And there's a little bit of planning that goes on to make sure that it happens.
No one falls down.
Right, yeah. So that was kind of funny too. That was a good moment.
So in all those special moments, what sets you apart from other videographers, cinematographers, photographers?
I think, for us, we do a little bit of everything. We can do photography and cinematography. We also do like the slow motion video booth. We do like day of slideshows where we shoot your wedding, and then later that day we show on a big projection screen photos from your wedding that we shot that day.
Okay.
We also have some other unique items that a lot of our clients kind of fall in love with. We have a thing called Client for Life, where if you get a certain package and it has Client for Life included, that means you can come back every year for the life of our business to do a free photo shoot on us.
Okay.
Stuff like that. I feel like there's little unique factors that we include that I just don't really see, around these days. And so being able to kind of provide entertainment with the slow motion booth, which is phenomenal, and it's always a big hit. And then obviously providing the photo and video, and just not kind of letting it just be just the end of the services being those two. It's kind of like, what else is out there, and what else can we do that's something new and different? Obviously we have like, handcrafted albums from Italy, and we do the whole product quality and all that stuff. And so we're more about, like, I guess, quality than volume.
Okay.
So we don't do that many weddings. We focus, I guess, more on just kind of crafting it per wedding.
Okay.
So I think that'd be kind of our
unique and personal.
Yeah.
Nice. So when clients come in, whether they're getting married or whatever their event is, what is the best piece of advice that you can give them when they set?
Well, man, I think that's a hefty question. But if I had to put it down to one idea, it'd probably be do a little bit of research, because sometimes I do feel like brides kind of will maybe step a little too fast into a certain direction and close a deal. Maybe they didn't look at any reviews, or maybe they didn't do enough research on other photographers, video, DJ floor, all that stuff. And sometimes they'll kind of jump at the gun and then later find out. It's kind of like buying a car, you're like, like everybody has this car now, and but so I feel like that sometimes they maybe just need to slow down a little bit. The venue is a difficult one though. That one I always tell our brides, if you find your venue and it's available, and they tell you whatever the price is to book it, and you're sold on that, just book it. Don't hesitate, because you call back literally hours later and it's taken. So the venue you kind of need to jump a little bit on.
But
usually
you do research. That makes sense.
Yeah,
well,
do some
perfect.
research.
Well, thank you so much for sitting with me on the blue couch, and I appreciate you coming down.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
But like us on Facebook, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll see you next week.
Darling, I love you. You say goodbye. Away you fly. But on your lips you keep a kiss. All your life you'll dream of this lovely, lovely night.